How are you doing? I'm really good, Tobias. Welcome in. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. I think... Hold on. What's up, Happy Nerd? Welcome in. How you doing? All right, chat. Should we jump into something scary? What were the games that we had? I was distracted by the conversation. Did anybody in chat get the cola flavor? And if you did, oh, Boba Tea Shop. Yes. Did anyone get the cola flavor? And if you did get the cola flavor, can you tell me what you think about it? I'm curious. Oh, nice, Nerdy Cat. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay, let me pull this up. Boba Tea Shop. Very, very positive reviews. I will buy the full version. Not a huge fan. Mine hasn't shown up yet. I do like the flavor, though. I will be honest. I like the flavor. You just barely finished the mystery flavor ones? Nice. What's the one? I think there was a game that looked really fun. It was, maybe it was called Stalker? I reacted to it in my last video. This song's good. I like this song. Been way too long. Hi, Numbing! Welcome in, how you doing? Ghostly got the gold flavor, but I haven't seen them in chat yet. Okay, got you. Cool. Because I didn't like the feel... Oh, you like the feel of Pepsi? I think it's the same thing. Cola is like all of that. Ghostly got the cola flavor, but I haven't seen them in chat yet. I think, okay, am I wrong? Aren't they all colas? I'm looking it up. What is a cola? Okay, carbonated beverage that consists of these key ingredients: cola nut, citrus oils, vanilla, and cinnamon. So Pepsi is one of those. I think Pepsi is one of those. I like drinking it more than chewing it. That's totally fair. 100%. Okay, all of those things. When did they stop putting cocaine in Coca-Cola? When did they stop putting cocaine? I'm going to get on a list. In Coca-Cola. 1903. Nice. 1903, chat. Very cool. They're more chewy than usual and have a Pepsi taste, and I prefer Coke. Oh, that's totally fair.
Love your content.
Thank you, Sports Mastery. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that a lot. You guys knew that, right? You're already on the list. What do you mean? True, honestly. Imagine when they stop marketing it as medicine. I just think it's so crazy that doctors used to recommend stuff. Like, what did doctors used to recommend? Like, they recommended cigarettes for anxiety as late as like the 60s, right? What did used to recommend that was bad? Okay. Yeah, like this shit. Like that shit. They used to recommend cigarettes, which is insane. To cure a sore throat. Okay, promotion of smoking. Ice pick lobotomies. He went on traveling in his lobotomobile. He called it a lobotomobile. Doctors are sold out. Wine is really good for you, by the way. Is it actually? They used to put like, they used to recommend tapeworms long ago. Tapeworms, and then I think they would like leech people, right? With leeches. They used to recommend heroin? No. No way. This guy, okay, Dr. Walter Freeman was the developer of the ice pick lobotomy. It was a form of brain surgery he advocated as a panacea to mental illness. He went on to travel in his lobotomobile, as he dubbed it, to perform the procedure and provide training across the U.S. He performed 3,500 lobotomies from 1937 to 1967. It had a disastrous 14% fatality rate. Yeah, because you're attacking someone's fucking brain. Some were left permanently crippled. Others lived in a perpetual vegetative state. What were doctors doing? Yeah, he was a legal serial killer. Maggots were used to eat necrotic. Just cut it off, man. That's so weird. Wise, thank you for the follow. Mercury used to be thought of as an immortality ingredient. Dude, what was the medical industry? Okay, thalidomide? I don't know what that is. Heavily marketed to pregnant women in Germany with morning sickness. Oh my god, it caused severe deformities. Damn, what the fuck? Oh my god, there's so much here, chat. Even as late as 1999. There's a painkiller they used to let people use called Vioxx, which just killed people. And it was available, it was approved by the FDA in 1999. Bye, Cyber! Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't fry your PC. Throw enough shit out the wall and hope it doesn't kill people. You should look up the ancient makeup industry. What did they used to do? Used to wash their hands in benzene. Very carcinogenic. Oh my god. Urine to cure the Black Plague. We are not well. Oh my god. We are not well. That's so scary. Okay, so apparently, this painkiller called Vioxx, which was used in 1999, alarmingly increased the risk of heart attacks and strokes. And it was around for 5 years, and it killed 60,000 people. Huh? Oh, yay, dumbass, I'll check. So much alligator piss. People used to use alligator piss. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, I'm sure we are using something horrible right now. This is why, I mean, who remembers the Sunships fiasco? I don't remember that. What is the Sunship fiasco? Okay. Apparently, recently they discovered that, very recently they discovered that when they used to recommend against eating fats and cholesterol, that was all wrong, and it was causing more diabetes, obesity, and heart disease because people would replace fat and cholesterol with carbs and sugars. So that's a thing they're discussing now. Scary. Man, flossing? Flossing? Hold on, chat. Strap in. I floss. A new report officially knocked flossing off its pedestal, a practice universally taught alongside brushing. The American Dental Association has been promoting floss since 1908. It recently emerged that there was never any scientific basis for the recommendation. For years, the ADA was adamant that flossing prevents the buildup of plaque, gingivitis, and tooth decay. In analysis of 25 studies on floss, the AP found most of the studies, which the ADA cited as the basis for their claims, used unreliable methods. It doesn't do anything? What is happening? But this doctor, there's a dentist based in Istanbul who says that he agrees that flossing doesn't prevent cavities, but it does function to improve dental health by removing food particles. So if you have stuff stuck in your teeth, obviously do that. What? Idiots, flossing does good? I mean, yeah, we'll have to look into it. That's the thing. Flossing. I mean, you'd have to start reading peer-reviewed studies. Not. I mean, it's good to get food out of your teeth, for sure. They're just saying it doesn't specifically do everything that they say. Having food in your mouth is never good. Oh, of course, which is why you need to brush your teeth. They're not saying stop doing all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, okay, so I think it also depends on your own teeth. Because different people have a higher risk of getting things stuck in there versus other people. Hi, King J, welcome in. So like, for example, I rarely ever get anything stuck in my teeth that my toothbrush can't get. I do floss, but I rarely ever get anything stuck in my teeth. Every time I floss, like there's nothing on the floss. It is very clean. There might also be something with your gum health. They say that they used to believe that flossing would prevent gingivitis, and now they know that that's not true. Yeah, they're basically saying it's overrated. They're saying it's overrated. It's good for like getting like the function. It's good for getting things out of your teeth. However, there's now like people are saying it can cause harmful bacteria to get into your bloodstream. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't know any of this stuff. What if we're all allergic to oxygen? I mean, we're aging all the time. Apparently, okay, mouthwash is bad for you, though. They found out that mouthwash is bad for you now. It's not good to kill all of the healthy bacteria in your mouth, apparently. Mouthwash. That's a new thing, and my dentists were telling me that too. I was recommended only one specific mouthwash because they can cause or irritate canker sores, cause dry mouth. Like there's a bunch of things that I guess is bad from mouthwash. I don't know. Crazy. That's fair, twerking zombie. Hi, welcome in. Mouthwash is bad. It's better to use salt water. Yeah, that's what I heard too. That and there is one type of mouthwash that doesn't have any harsh ingredients in it that you can use too. This sounds like Scientology. Do you know what Scientology is? Okay, I'm Therabret. That's the one. Okay, saying this sounds like Scientology is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Scientology is a religion founded by a guy called L. Ron Hubbard, which describes itself as the study of knowingness and a path to spiritual freedom. Me saying there's studies out now that say that you shouldn't have all mouthwashes. And that generally, if you just use an off-the-counter mouthwash, it's kind of bad for your health. It's not the same as Scientology, the religion that believes in thetans, which is the belief in that you are an immortal spiritual being that inhabits physical bodies, and you've had numerous past lives. That is so crazy. Sorry, that was exactly the comedic relief we needed in this moment. That was amazing. That was so good. I love that shit. Oh my god. A cult founded by a mediocre sci-fi writer. I mean, everyone can agree that Scientology is just made to like create wealth for certain people. He was going for pseudoscience. You're welcome, not Scientology. Right, but that in itself Dirkle Skeeve. Foxy, thank you for the follow. Yeah! Woohoo! Sorry, I really like that. Was awesome. That was really cool. By the way, I'm reading again, this is not peer reviewed. This is just a article on times that the medical establishment got it wrong. And it includes everything from like doctors recommending people to smoke for like anxiety. That was awesome, bro. That was so good. Thank you, Epic Maiden. No, don't leave. We love that shit. That was so fun. That actually was perfect. Remember when DeepTune was saying thetans and you thought he was saying feet? Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I fucking love that, man. That was great. Nothing like phrasing the little man from space. Or praising the little man from space. I'm sorry. Just the timing of that was awesome. Like, me going, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes apparently mouthwash isn't that good for you. And then someone going, that sounds like Scientology. You know what? Fuck yeah. You're so right. I love that shit. That was great. All right. I'm going to stop laughing at that now. I just appreciated that. The comedy in that moment was perfect. Oh, Lestra? Oh, you're not overstaying your welcome at all. That was like literally awesome. I need to audit my mouthwash. Yeah, you should look it up. I mean, also one thing that is important that everyone should know about all the time and should consider is that when somebody says something or when they're reading something to you, unless they're a professor on the subject and they've dedicated their entire life like studying that thing, they are an expert, take everything with a grain of salt all the time. Because I don't know everything. And also, I'm reading this off of, again, an article that is not like a medical journal. You should, if you find something interesting that somebody says, you should do your own research. Like, unbiased. You should do your own unbiased research. Read both sides. Find peer-reviewed studies. You know, actual, like, scientific studies and shit like that. In fairness, I could totally see Scientologists saying some weird shit that started with mouth was bad. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Media literacy. And if you don't know how to properly study, I would recommend trying to learn. Debbie, thank you for the follow. I think everyone should know that. Even older GP doctors can possess very dated info. Of course. A reputable professional. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Another thing is like people that have been studying stuff their entire lives, they still get shit wrong. They still get shit wrong, which is why you should always be paying attention to up-to-date journals and articles, and also read both sides. Don't just read something that confirms your bias, your original thought. So like going in and like, for example, teaching people how to study really quickly. When you want to look up like mouthwash is bad for you, you want to look up peer-reviewed articles, scientific studies on why it's good for you. And you also want to look up peer-reviewed studies on why it's bad for you. And you could see from the newest stuff that exists and their sources and like from multiple different sources what it is. Because if you look up one thing, if you just look up, this is why people get researching wrong. Everybody gets researching wrong. Or a lot of people do, unless you've like been to university. This is why like university I think is really good. And why everybody should have access to this stuff. And they should teach this in high school, and they don't. If you just looked up medical journals or peer-reviewed journals and your Google search was mouthwash is bad for you, you would just get something that confirmed that bias. So you would just be, again, yeah, exactly, in an echo chamber. So it's really important for everybody in here to like always do that. Not gonna lie, I went to Doze once we went to science. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. We're gonna play scary games in a sec. I find this stuff so interesting though, because like all this stuff that growing up was always said to be good, and then they find out later on, like, hey, actually we fucked you up. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You're always right. They say 9 out of 10 are doctors, so that's 10th doctor is a knower. Wait, what? Hi, Chaotic. Half-Life of Facts. I just think it's all interesting stuff, chat. I like to learn things. And also to be wrong. And to be proven wrong and then learn more. Wasn't there a recent thing that said Band-Aid were causing some sort of disease? I'm sure there fucking was. This is why people, this is why people say that everything causes cancer. You've probably heard people say that before. People are like, a lot of the times when you're like, oh, that could be bad for you, people will be like, well, everything's bad for you. And it's like, yeah, but like different degrees. There's different degrees of bad. Some things are really fucking bad for you. And some things are really not that bad for you. Like a Band-Aid probably is fine. I mean, everything does. It's about weighing risk versus being alive. It causes risk of death. Like, I don't know. Another thing to note, there's such a wide range of reactions. Something can be bad and good at the same time. This is true, yeah. Just like floss. Like, saying floss is bad for you isn't inherently true. Saying floss doesn't do all the things that, they originally promised, that could be inherent. That could be true. Especially in California. Krusty, thank you for the 200 bits! Some things are also user error, like Band-Aids. If you don't change it, I'm sure you trap bacteria in the wound. Yeah, and then also there's other things like back on the teeth thing. Another part is you need to find more than one study to support. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, 100%. You need several. Yeah, that have the similar findings or at least like consistent findings. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting thing that I found out, and I've said this before, but I have this thing where Ms. Sailor Science. Sorry, I'm so interested in this right now. I have this interesting situation where apparently, very rarely, certain people don't have the bacteria, the type of environment in their mouths to enable like cavity bacteria to thrive. So I have never in my entire life had a cavity. Whereas my sister has had like 15. Yeah, so it's like very rarely there's these exceptions. So like you couldn't perform I can't perform. My experience is going to be fucking completely different to everyone else's experience. I've had shit tons of cavities, even with brushing my teeth 3 times a day. My mom's the exact same way as me. Have a good flight, nerdy cat. Hope it goes well. My mom has the exact same experience as me. My mom has never had a cavity. She had 1 cavity when she had me. But it was because I think her bone density was getting attacked. It's like how some people don't have wisdom teeth. So I can never say, oh, I've brushed my teeth twice a day my entire life and I've flossed every other day. And I can be like, that's why I don't have cavities, because that's just not fucking true. That's just not true. I've had bad teeth. My brother used to have a lot of saliva production, so he never had cavities. I don't have wisdom teeth. Or some people don't have wisdom teeth, but their mouths are large enough that they come in without problems. I had impacted wisdom teeth. They had to drill those fucks out of me. I had to have surgery. All of my wisdom teeth came in so fucked. They were coming in like this. They were facing this way. And the doctor, when I was like 13 years old, was like, we got to get these fucks out right now. We can't wait. We got to get going. And I'm like, all right, sick. They put me under, drilled every single one of those fucks out. Tell us God took his time with you. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Mine had hooks for roots. So my shit was fucked. That's really nice. What the fuck? One was attached to my jawbone. Yeah, that sucks ass. See, everyone has different situations and different reasons for things going different ways. Lucky enough to not have to deal with cavities. Yeah, I got lucky as fuck. It was my genetics. I got really lucky. I got really lucky with that. I got really unlucky with my vision. My sister has perfect vision. My mom has perfect vision. So my sister got the perfect eyes. And I got the shit eyes from my dad. I have contacts. Do you see them? I have contacts. I have astigmatism. I am fucked up in my own way. I have to spend like $700, $800 like twice a year to get my contacts. That shit's so annoying. So what I have fucked up mouth-wise, or sorry, what I won with the mouth, orally speaking, I fucked up visually. It's all about balance. Same -7 power. I'm a negative almost 4 in both. I have perfect eyes, but my hearing sucks. Brother, yeah, that sucks. Astigmatism gang? Yeah, we both I have astigmatism too. Imagine having to pay to see. Brother, I honestly, guys, like, I have a roommate, right? Sometimes if I don't have my contacts in, walking around my house is so scary. Because I'll see thunder, like, down the hall, and I will think that somebody broke in. I will think that somebody broke in. Or like the cats in my room at night will like be jumping around. And I'll be like, who the fuck was that? She's sleeping through this. Like, who the fuck was that? There's somebody in the corner. Sometimes I have to get up to check. Like, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I have to get up to check in the night. And then also, like, I fear if anything terrible was to happen to the world, okay? And I just didn't have my glasses or my contacts, I'm the first one to die. There I go. There I go. Done. It's over for me. M. Stare. Hi. You have glasses. Do you not wear them? I don't wear them, no. This feels weird. This is, like, warm. Velma cosplay next. That'd be fun. I want a Velma cosplay. Real Nugs, thank you for the follow. Did I not do that? I did. I did do that. I could do it again. I never let my cats in my room since the eldest threw up in my bed. Bro, I forgot I did that. That was awesome. I love my cats so much. They're just really stupid sometimes. By stupid, I mean the best and the cutest things that ever walked the earth. I'll do anything for them. The other day when my kitten freaked out in her eye, like her infection like popped kind of thing, she was panicking. She ran all over the house, freaking out, jumped on the couch, started peeing on the couch out of fear. The poor girl. So I have to wash everything upstairs. She's dreaming right now. She's like having a thick dream. Hold on, I'm going to remove you guys for a sec. She's having a very thick dream. She's a little out of focus. It's okay. Could be the warm allergic reaction, like makeup. Don't want to alarm looking out. Oh no, I'll be fine. I don't think I'm allergic to anything except for I have like a slight allergy to, just a small one, to mangoes, like a contact one. But other than that, I might have other allergies and I just don't know about them. But I don't think I have other ones. She's dreaming she's thick. She is. She is dreaming she's thick. She's dreaming she has no infections. I had a dream. Okay. This was yesterday. I mentioned this briefly. How you treating your day? I'm having the best day ever, dude. Welcome in. How you doing? I had a dream last night. Not last night. 2 nights ago. That I operated a spaceship. And Pasta wanted me to take her to space. And so we went to space. And we were going to go to the moon. So we went to space. The spaceship doesn't just like, it didn't like hover in space. You have to tether it to something. So did you vote? I did not. So you had to tether it to something. So you would have to shoot out of the spaceship like a claw that would attach to like the moon, for example. We wanted to go to the moon. We found out when we were out there that on the dark side of the moon, there was a second moon. So this is something, again, this is in my fucking dream. It's stupid. Pasta and I discovered that there is a second moon, but it's behind the fucking moon. So we went out there. We discovered the second moon. We were like, this is crazy. We have to tell everybody. We attached our ship, my ship, to the second moon. I was the one that was supposed to be like, know everything about the spaceship and get us everywhere. I was supposed to be that guy. She didn't know what she was doing. I was showing her around space. And when we were attached to the second moon, we were talking about going back to Earth. And I was like, I don't remember. I didn't say this out loud because I was panicking because like I didn't want us to die. But I remember I had a moment. This was like half the dream. I was so panicked because I forgot how to bring the spaceship back to Earth. And I couldn't fathom how I could do it without dying. So we were attached to the second moon. I was losing my fucking mind. Panicked about how I would have to tell Steph, Pasta, that I could not get us home safely and that we were absolutely stuck in space. Oh, I did see the Katy Perry shit. It was kind of sad. Amazon got Katy Perry there. You see, that was crazy. It was hypnotizing. I have no idea what that means, but I do know Katy Perry is doing a tour and it was kind of cringe. Anyways, crazy dream, guys. Crazy fucking dream. You rode Disney spacecraft and shitted bricks. I used to want glasses when I was younger. I was so disappointed when I got perfect vision. Because I work with computers, I need glasses now for driving. Oh, really? I learned an interesting thing about my vision. Okay, what it's like to drive at night with astigmatism. Okay. I didn't know that not everybody saw everything like this. Let me see if I can show you. I hope that this is a good example. This is legitimately what it's like for me when I drive at night. Does anybody, one in chat if you have astigmatism? One in chat if you have it. Okay, so a lot of you will understand this. Two if you don't. Two if you don't and you've never even seen anything like this. Okay, lots of ones. A lot of you guys get this. Also, apparently our depth perception is worse at night too.
Gang.
Hell yeah. LASIK made my... Oh, shit. Okay, so for people who don't have astigmatism, I'm preaching to the choir for the people who understand this. This is what it's like when I drive at night.
This video demonstrates a representation of how somebody could see with uncorrected astigmatism. The uncorrected astigmatism can cause the lights to look stretched, as well.
Typically for me though, I get more like lights.
Blur your distance vision. This video demonstrates.
Yeah, that's the shit that I see, brother. That's the shit. And it's corrected, bitch. It's fucking corrected too. I got that shit corrected. I'm still seeing like that. I am still seeing like that. Oh, God. Bro, sometimes I'm driving at night and I'm scared. Would this freak you out? I used to get constant headaches as well until I got glasses. Nice. I'm glad you don't get them anymore. Oh, if it's night and wet, forget it. I ain't seeing shit. Oh my God, when it's wet, it's way worse. If a road uses white lights, I have a lot of trouble seeing the white lines on the pavement. Oh yeah, dude, that's hard too. But yeah, this is normal. This is some normal shit. This is some shit that, listen, pray for your astigmatism. Pray for your astigmatism friends. Pray for them. Oh my God. Can we talk about red lights on cars? We can.
How medical conditions.
Girl, what is this? What the fuck is this?
World. Is this fact or cap?
This guy needs to get banned. This guy needs to get banned from the platform. You don't understand. This is not okay.
Astigmatism. I have astigmatism. And does it look like this?
I don't believe you. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Hold on. Hold on. I can't be posting like this.
How medical conditions see world.
Hold on. Okay, I got a comment. I'm commenting. You should be banned. Fuck. You should be banned for that first mouth video. What the fuck was that? I will have nightmares. Huh? Good Lord. Absolutely not. Somebody needs to get this guy. All right. My contacts help better than my glasses. So sorry, I have an ad if you don't mind me asking what your... I love Gengar. Gengar's my favorite. Why did it move? The hair moves, guys. I'm going to show you again because I had to see it again.
Is this fact or
None of us are sleeping tonight. None of us are sleeping tonight. We are not sleeping tonight. Okay, I'm putting my food away. No, it's okay. I'll be fine. You'll be fine. Can we vibe to Sabrina Carpenter? We can vibe. We can definitely vibe to something. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was a lot. Yeah, we learned a little too much today. I just wanted to show you what it's like to drive when you're me. The next one is going to be a paper to solve on carbon, plus it'll be recyclable. Elon is taking the recyclable parts. He knows. Experience, I'm going to be so real, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this is going to bother you, but we are not Elon fanboys in here. We hate Elon Musk. He's only done bad things and been an asshole. And he's extremely transphobic and denies science in a lot of ways. So even though he comes off as intelligent sometimes, he has severely outed himself as being a horrible human being. Also, with the literal Nazi salute, there is not a world in which I will ever forgive somebody for doing a Nazi salute or supporting the borderline Nazi party in Germany. Period. No. You don't get to just do that and then pass it off like it was nothing. I don't fucking think so. That's some gross shit. So, yeah, if you ever... Please don't speak about him in here. Keep that shit away from us. I'm a hardcore hater. This for real. Thank you, guys. Don't mean to blow your mind, but speaking of science, do you know...
Mean to blow your mind, but speaking of science, did you know 100%
I
of
did
people
know
who
that!
breathe
That's
fresh
freaking
air will eventually
crazy!
die?
That's so
Crazy
freaking
shit,
crazy. What? What are the odds? What are the odds? Yeah, I like, one of my main things to understand... One of my main things to understand if someone is a good person or a bad person today is if they're still a fan of that asshole. Because if you're still a fan of that asshole, you got the loosest fucking morals of all time. You got the loosest morals of all time, and you got the most selective mind. What does that even mean? I'm testing you. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna handle it like that. A top 10 litmus test? Yeah, I mean, I think everyone used to like Tesla. Everyone used to like Elon. But I think if you haven't grown and learned with what you have taken in, then maybe you need to revisit things a little bit. Severely. A little bit severely. A little bit a lot. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, moving on. I didn't know about him. I was indifferent. Do you know about him now? I never liked it. The batteries in those cars cause more harm than a regular vehicle. My best friend yelled at a Cybertruck and it started chasing us around. King Gaga, thank you for the 5, you absolute fucking legend. Oh my god. Yeah, so for people who don't know this, and feel free to Google search this yourself, look into it yourself, he may have things scrubbed from the internet. There's many reasons why I don't like that guy and can never respect him. Number one, he anything Nazi related, he has done several. He has exemplified many Nazi dog whistles. He has done the Sieg Heil on the public stage. He has publicly supported the literal adjacent Nazi party in Germany. There has been, I think, hundreds of thousands of people protested against this party because they know that they're literally the next Nazi party. He went to that rally and spoke at that rally, just so you know. What else has he done? He's transphobic. He is anti-LGBTQ plus. What else did he do, guys? I had another thing in mind that he did. There's a lot of things. He meddles in other countries' politics, like severely. Like he paid for a lot of He paid off politicians in Canada for something, and then paid for a lot of promotion for a political party in Canada, trying to make the election that's happening swing a certain way, which is really fucking crazy. He did like literal election fraud or something, right? In the US, where he offered people money to vote a certain way, and it didn't even work, which is awesome. Yeah, awful person. Awful person. He's a fucking horrible person. He's a horrible human being. He pays women to have his children and is trying to get them all to live together, and that's so weird. We're talking about Elon Musk? Yeah. Somebody came in here and they were yapping about how they like him or some shit, and I was like, bro, you don't fit the vibe test. You got to get out of here. And then somebody else that we care about in the community said that they don't pay attention to a lot of that stuff and didn't know. But yeah, I think a lot of the times you should know now. You gotta know now. A red flag to go with their hats. Chad, if you don't know, he had twin sons and he disowned them. Super fucked. He was an illegal immigrant for years, overstaying on a student visa. His kids talk badly about him. Like, his own kids. Red flag to go with their hats. Yeah, just a miserable individual that needs attention at all times. And if none of that convinces you that he sucks, he paid, I need to make sure I got this right.